Boom, baby. Also the guy
no touchy.
No touchy. No touchy. No. What's up, guys? DIZNEYDAN here. Welcome back into the channel and welcome to episode 117 of Disney Fiasco. And it's kind of a special one because we're kind of doing a hybrid this weekend. Not only is it Disney Fiasco, it is Disney movie review weekend.
Thanks
with
to
my
this man.
with my Disney movie review buddy, Walt from Mouse Talk. What's up, buddy? Good to see you.
Good to see you, pal. Thanks for accommodating, as you always do for me, because I am the difficult one. But Dan is accommodating and putting Disney movie review tonight to accommodate for me. And again, pal, I appreciate it. And I owe you another one.
No, it's totally cool because I could not miss this movie because this movie is The Emperor's New Groove. Now, The Emperor's New Groove, I think, is for me one of the most underrated Disney animated movies I think they've ever made, and we'll talk in detail about this. We'll talk about quotes galore. This movie has it. I'm super excited. But before we get started, before we even get to the movie review, let's see who's in the chat. Let's see who's here. Love Pugs, welcome into the stream. Says, I'm the first one in the live chat. Yes, you are. And you're the first one to be shouted out. So welcome into the stream. My buddy, RobFuz, woohoo, shared out the stream. Thank you, buddy. Really do appreciate it. And he also said, I hit that like button. Guys, if you haven't hit that like button, hit that like button. Also, check out RobFuz, partner channel, and really awesome friend. Thank you for being here. Alex Connect, a member of the channel, thank you so much for being here. He's excited for talking about The Emperor's New Groove. Some incredible channel called Mouse Talk. Thank you for being a wonderful member. And look at that logo. Look at that logo. Dude, I need to get like your design team on my channel because your design team is pretty cool. Christine Hickman, another member of the channel. Thank you for being here. We've got Baby Yoda is in the picture right there. Good to see a Shiny Prisma. What's up, buddy? No spoilers. My buddy James Ryan, thank you for being a member. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Welcome into the stream. Andrea Houston, welcome into the stream. Thank you for being a member and thank you for being here. Really do appreciate it. Who else we got? We got my buddy Zippity Doo Dad. What's up, buddy? Good to see you, pal, and hope you're doing well and happy holidays. Courtney Cook, good to see you. Thank you for being here. And we got Molly Rook. Welcome into the stream. And Simba 2. Hey, Matt. What's up, buddy? Matt? Good to see you. Courtney says, oh, God, The Emperor's New Groove. Good movie. Well, we'll definitely get into that. So, if you don't know, Disney Fiasco is the show where we talk about all things Disney. That's kind of like my show. But Disney Movie Review, if you've never seen Disney Movie Review, firstly, what are you doing? You need to come and check it out because Walt and I have a great time Sunday, 6 p.m. But we literally take a movie out of the box and we review a movie on Disney Plus. And this week, we picked up The Emperor's New Groove. Now, Walt, have you seen prior to this week The Emperor's New Groove before?
One time.
And how long ago was that? Was it recent or?
It was when it first came out. It was a one and done for me.
Wow. So that was what, 2000? The year 2000?
Yeah,
so 20 years ago.
You know, yeah, but it wasn't even at the movie theaters. It didn't interest me. I mean, I get. Right. To me, it kind of reminded me. Although when we get into it, we'll talk to it a little bit. You know, The Emperor's New Clothes, if you remember that story.
Yep.
But it really isn't anything like that story.
No,
not at all. But this is The Emperor's New Groove. But I saw it one time.
Now, I was kind of late to the party. I watched this film. I think it must have been 4 or 5 years ago for the first time, and I have really enjoyed it ever since. It was the same director, funnily enough, as The Lion King. Funnily enough, it was that during that period, the late 90s, early 2000s, where Disney were sort of at their peak. And let me tell you, the cast of this movie, I mean, let's just read the cast. We got David Spade as Kuzco, which I think was he did a really great job as Kuzco. John Goodman as Pacha, and the legendary Patrick Warburton as Kronk.
And Eartha Kitt.
And Eartha Kitt as Yzma. Sorry, I missed that one. Avery, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. And the wonderful Melissa. Good to see you, Melissa. I've got one of your biggest fans over here. So, yeah, great to see you, Melissa. Hope you're well. Really great cast. Really, really great cast. And every time I watch this film, I consider this film one of the funniest Disney films I think they've ever made. So
I'll get into it with you. It's funny you should say that. Get it?
We'll get into it. First thing I really enjoy about this film. So we get into let's just, if you've never watched Disney movie review, this is how we kind of do it. We go through the film, talk about our favorite parts, talking about our favorite scenes from the film, favorite characters, and just kind of go through the film. And if you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's a really fun film. David Houston, welcome, Mr. Dave. Good to see you. What's up, Kaylin? Make it blue. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a member.
Let me say this.
So much for being here.
Let me say this before we get started, Dan. I'm sorry. Let me interrupt.
No, of course.
That's one of the things that Dan and I love most about this Disney movie review. Is we get to see movies we haven't seen in either A, long time, or B, in some cases, never. And you guys get to do it too. And you get to vote on this. Well, not vote, but you get to give us a grade at the end of this as well when we give our letter grade.
Yep.
It's really a lot of fun.
I do want to say, guys, stick around to the end of the stream because we have a very special holiday surprise for every single person in the chat. So make sure you're here. Watch the whole stream with us. And we've got a bit of a surprise later in the stream. So what I really liked about sort of this film in general is this character of Kuzco is pretty much Deadpool. He breaks the fourth wall and talks to the audience like no other. We get in the first scene in this film. We see this llama in sort of the rainforest, all sad and depressed. And then you hear this narration, David Spade's voice saying, "You see this llama? Yeah, this guy was an emperor." And immediately we get one of the big flaws of Kuzco's character at the start of the movie, and throughout the whole of this movie, is his arrogance. And his arrogance is almost villainous. He's a very he's a bad guy. Yeah, he's unlikable.
He is. In the beginning, he is definitely unlikable.
He's very unlikable. He thinks the world, because he is the emperor, revolves around him. And that's all he cares about. Mm-hmm. So, he was doing his little dance routine at the beginning of the movie, and then you see this old guy who got in the way, and he was like, "Dude, you threw off my groove." And then he's like, "Excuse me, sir, you threw off the emperor's groove," and he throws the old man out the window. Literally. No, he doesn't die. Don't worry. This is a Disney movie. He doesn't die. He gets caught up, and we'll come back to him in a little bit. And then Kuzco's going through all of his, chosen brides. He's like, "Don't like your hair. And let me guess, you've got a great personality." And he's just an arrogant guy that he just wants perfection. That's all he wants. He just wants his whole life to revolve around him. So first impressions of Kuzco. What do you think?
First off, David Spade, perfect casting. He did a really good job. Look, he's the same in all of his movies. He really is kind of the same guy in a lot of his movies. Same thing with James Woods. That's why they picked these characters. That's why they picked these people to do them. He's a narcissist, plain and simple. I agree, Andrea. But he's also been coddled. He's been spoiled. Everything they made a monster out of him by allowing him to have everything and anything he wants. I get that he's the emperor, but there's two parts to that. But you're right, he is definitely a narcissist. I wasn't a big fan of him at first.
No, and I think people sort of get the wrong impression of that. And I think by the end, you do see a big character change, a character arc. And when he was doing his narrations, his breaking the fourth wall, he was telling the audience, all the bad people that did him wrong. Like, it's all about him. And we get introduced to quite possibly the greatest villainous partner duo, I think, ever.
Better than Pain and Panic? I don't know.
I would agree. I probably would put it up there. Right. Dave, you said they are playing well. I'm happy. He's talking about, is it football or something?
Yes, something? It's American football. T. Marie's here.
Hey, Tina, good to see you. Love this movie. Hey, guys, thank you for being a member. Thank you for being here. Happy weekend to you. So we get introduced. I like how Kuzco in the background is telling the audience what he thinks of these characters. He's just like, look at this wrinkly old woman, and she's trying to do my job, and this is Yzma, and what's keeping this woman together. And he has this sidekick, and he's like really just not with it. She changes the psychic. He changes his bodyguard every now and again. This version's name is Kronk, and Kronk is just. He's one of my favorite characters, I think, in Disney films. He is just so lovable. He's the most lovable villain because of just how clueless he is.
Well, here's the thing. And everybody in here, a lot of them are into American football. Dave Houston's here. He'll probably understand and get this reference. There's a football player that used to play for the Patriots named Rob Gronkowski. They called him Gronk.
Right.
Which is very close to Kronk. But they called him Gronk. Yeah. But I'm telling you, Dan, he is Kronk in real life. That is Kronk. That's who that guy is. He's a big dude, really, really big dude. But he's harmless.
He's so lovable.
He's kind of aloof. I'll put it to you that way. And that's kind of what Rob Gronkowski reminds me of. He definitely is Kronk. Kronk.
And Patrick Warburton, hats off to you, because that was a perfect casting. It just worked so well. And it did. And so Kuzco was introducing us to these characters, and basically Yzma's plan was to take over the empire, the empire in which Kuzco rules, and so she wants to become in power and take over from him and whatever. And the other character we get introduced at the start of the film is Pacha, played by
John Goodman.
Or
Sully from Monsters Inc.
Sully, or who was in Splash. When we watched Splash, I believe the brother. That was John Goodman.
That's John Candy.
That's John Candy. I'm getting mixed up.
John Candy. John Goodman. He's been in a lot of different things, but yeah, he's. Hey, Will, England, Portugal.
Hey, what's up, Will? Good to see you.
And Pamela Hoffman.
Hey, Pamela, good to see you. Welcome into the stream.
Yeah, John Goodman's been around though.
Yeah, John Goodman plays Pacha in the movie, and he's a peasant, and all he wants to do is he was summoned by Kuzco for a special task, and he goes to visit Kuzco at the palace. Alex, the filmmaker, good to see you. Welcome into the stream.
What's up, Alex?
Thank you for being here. And basically, Kuzco was like, hey, what's your village like? Is your village looking like, what's the sun like? He's like trying to the village is so beautiful. The hill is so amazing. And Kuzco, being the arrogant man that he is, says like, welcome to Kuzco-topia, and featured with water slide. And it's like his holiday home for me. And it's just like, he's just like, this is all, for him. He wants to destroy Pacha's town and his house so he can put his own water slide home away from home.
Right. And that's why he was asking him about it. What's it like? And he's like, oh, it's great. It's beautiful. Your sun comes up on this side. It's really great. The temperature. He's like, that's perfect. It's just what I want. We're going to destroy your place and put my place here. It's really funny.
And then he gets kicked out.
Can you guys see me? My computer's acting.
No, you're here, dude. You're here, dude. And then he just gets kicked out. Pacha gets kicked out, and Kuzco he goes bye, and he just lets him go, and he's gone. And so's bye to Walt. Walt's gone. Literally, Kuzco told Walt to go bye, and then now Walt's gone back to his village, getting ready for Kuzco-topia to take over his town. So I'm going to be doing this alone until Walt returns. So what happens is Yzma and Kronk. Yzma wants to take over the power. Hey, Kelly, good to see you. Welcome into the stream. It's just me. I've got a floating circle right here. Welcome in, Kelly. Kelly invited me on earlier this week for Kelly's stream, brunch with the bunch. It was really, really fun, and I really enjoyed it. Kevin Sparrow, welcome into the stream, buddy. Thank you for being here. Welcome into the stream, and it's just me. Hello. So that's pretty much what Kuzco wants. He wants to create his own holiday home where Pacha lives. While we're waiting for Walt, let me know, do you guys in the chat really enjoy The Emperor's New Groove? What did you like about the first sort of part of this movie? What are the characters like? What do you think? Thank the Phoenicians. It's the Disney Nerd Herders. Welcome into the stream, guys. I hope you're doing well, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome into this stream. So what happens is, because Yzma wants to take power, Yzma and Kronk, they create a plan. And one of my favorite lines in this film was when Yzma says, I'm going to turn into a flea. And then I'm going to put that flea in a box. And then I'm going to put that box inside another box. And then I'm going to mail that box to myself. And then I'm going to smash it with a hammer. And I just love sort of the craziness and the dialogue of this film. Man says, first time I saw it, I did like it. Yeah, it's a really, really fun film. Charlie says, this is Avery's favorite Disney movie. It's a great movie. It's so great. England Portugal says, England is so funny. Yeah.
Don't ask.
Cusco told you to go bye-bye, and you went bye-bye. You threw
off his groove.
That's what happened. I was just talking.
I'm sorry, I'm having computer issues.
I was just saying how what the plan was for Yzma and Kronk. So they go to their secret lab. Pull the lever, Kronk.
Wrong lever.
Why do we even have that lever? and then what the plan was is I just did my Yzma impression, and I'm going to do it now again because now you're here. So I'm going to turn it into a flea, and I'm going to put that flea in a box. Then I'm going to put that box inside another box, and they're going to mail that box to myself, and then I'm going to smash it with a hammer, and then it's brilliant. And it's like, oh, I can just poison it with this. And he goes, take it, Kronk, feel the power. Oh, I feel it. it's really I was just saying the dialogue.
Look, let's just say this: the entire hilarity of this, the comedy is over the top.
Yeah,
slapstick. Yeah. But it's meant to be that way. It's the whole point. It's really, really funny in a lot of ways.
It's comedy done well. I think we've spoken a lot of time on Disney Movie Review of those scenes that try to be too funny, and I feel most times they do a comedy scene or a comedy, they nail it. Faith, Hope, and Disney, Barbara, welcome into the stream. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being such an awesome member. Thanks so much. Kevin Barrett. So they create this plan where they're going to poison Cusco. Kay Howard, welcome into the stream. Thank you for being here, Kay. Welcome into the stream. And so what had happened is Cusco actually fired Yzma because Yzma was doing the job for the Emperor.
He says, downsizing. We're going in another direction.
You're being let go. And we'll get back to that later on in the film. Hi, Christie's Corner, welcome into stream. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well, my friend, and happy holidays. So they end up at the dinner scene. It's dinner time, and so Yzma tells Kronk, right, the Emperor needs a drink. So it's like he's going, oh yeah. Right. The poison for Cusco, the Cusco's poison, and whatever. It's really funny. Alex Canet, welcome into the stream. Good to see you, buddy. Welcome in. So he starts like pouring all the drinks, and then he puts the poison into one of the drinks. Now, obviously, he knows which one he puts it in. And then Cusco goes, is something burning? And he goes, oh, my spinach puffs, and he runs off. And then he comes back. And he forgets which glass had the poison in.
Which one has the poison in?
So he takes them away, puts them all into like a vase, and then he was like to Yzma, like, don't drink the poison.
Right. And then she's like, he poisoned all three because he didn't know which one had it, so he just poisoned all three, and he's like,
and then so obviously Cusco drinks the poison and he falls flat on his face, but he doesn't die. Obviously, because he gets turned into a llama. A llama? He's supposed to be dead. Take him out back and finish the job. What about dessert? All right, dessert and coffee. And then take him out and finish the job. So, and then you just see Kronk. Kronk goes like, he has his own theme tune.
Look, here's one of the funniest parts of me. Well, I just think it's cool. Somebody said earlier he has a conscience.
Okay, this movie is funny, but so much funny with you guys reviewing it. Oh, go watch it.
I like the part. Look, first, so he does what he's told to do. He takes him out back. He's gonna let him go down. There's like this little stream inside the palace that goes
directly down.
It goes over a waterfall and it goes down.
Yeah,
and so he lets him go, and then he starts to
question himself.
Have his what's that called? His doubts. He starts to have the angel on the one side
and the demon on the other side. Yeah.
His conflicting emotions of whether he should or shouldn't let him die. That's really funny too. When the little Kronks come out on his shoulders and they're talking to him.
He goes, what is that thing? It's like, it's a hop. And I'm just like, and that's a dress robe. And then he starts doing like, I bet you can't do this. And he's like standing on one hand upside down. And then the angel's like, yeah, he's got a point because obviously he's wearing a dress, so he can't do a handstand. So it's Charlie's Daisy said, I still haven't seen this movie. The rest of the family has watched it, but what? Oh, you got to. It's amazing. It's so fun. So you're right. He has second thoughts. And actually, he saves Cusco from going over the waterfall. But he still needs to go and finish the job. I love the fact that when he sees like two people go walking past him, he's like, and then he runs off.
It's so stupid.
It's so stupid. I think what we can
over the top dumb, but it's so funny. It's like the Airplane movies. If anybody's ever seen Airplane, it's like Airplane. It's like, surely you can't be serious. I am serious, and don't call me Shirley.
So he gets tripped up by a cat, which I think is a good, ironic thing that will happen later in the movie. And he ends up with, remember, he's holding Cusco as the llama in a bag, and he lets go, and he lands in like a cart, and it turns out to be Pudge's cart, who's going back to his village with that bad news that his village is going to get destroyed. Carol Karki, good to see you. Could you do that again, Dan? You know what I'm going to do?
It doesn't make sense.
When I go to Disney...
Well, there are two people that walk by. What did they say? They said something like he's doing it again. Or so. I don't remember what they said. It was funny.
When we go... Next year, if I go to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, I'm going to dress up as Kronk, go to the purple wall, and I'm going to go...
I'll dress up as Yzma. I'm kidding, everybody. I'm kidding.
Oh, no, we want to see that.
No, not this guy.
So Parcha is taking an unconscious Cusco back to his village, where now... this starts to sort of pick up because Cusco, he's unconscious. The last thing he remembers is being poisoned through his dinner. And really the last person he really sees is Pacha telling him, hey, we're going to destroy your village so I can build Cusco-topia. We want to see that. Yes, do it. Yeah, people on board with the whole Walt Yzma thing. So they get to the village. And Parcher's not too happy, is he?
Well, it's neat because this is where they give us a little bit of character development because we get to the village and we get to meet his wife, his two kids, and his wife is also expecting number 3. So we get a little bit of character development on Pacha and just how important this village is to him. Because it's not just him being the bachelor living there. You know, he has a family, and this village and that house has been in his family for generations.
Which I love. I love the interest. I love that sort of interest because the subtle hidden details. When the kid was being measured on the wall, the young boy was like, "Hey, Dad, I'm nearly as tall as when I was your age," and I love that because it just shows how much of a connection this village has to Pacha, who grew up on that hill.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of history there. His family, his family's family. It's been in there for generations. They've been there for forever. And he even says that during the movie. He's like, this house has been in my family for generations. And I like that they gave us some character development on the family. The two kids.
It's like the annoying, 7-year-old, kids who just wind each other up.
It's so funny. But it's good. But you're right, Dan. Oh, am I frozen again? Are we frozen?
We were seeing the top side of your wonderful brain just a second ago, but now I think you're good.
All right, I think we're back.
RobFuz, welcome in, buddy.
Robert,
great to see you.
Welcome.
Thank you for being here,
I don't know
buddy.
what's going on with my computer tonight, guys. So I apologize to everybody in the chat, and I definitely apologize to Dan if we freeze. I'm sorry.
So, how many times does my computer freeze in the stream? So, John B. Hazelton, what's up, buddy?
Hey,
good to
John,
see you.
what's
Thank
up,
you for
buddy?
being here, dude. So, he's upset. Putcher's upset. He's going to lose his village. So he goes down and puts his cart away, and he notices that there's a thing inside this bag, which he should know that he brought that bag or not, because he knew that. But that must, whatever. And he finds out that there's a llama in there. And it starts talking. He's like, "No, touchy." And he goes, "Oh, demon llama, demon llama." All right, demon llama, don't hurt me, whatever. And then obviously Cusco was thinking, "You kidnapped me. You were so angry at me in the palace. You're the peasant." And he goes, and basically this is the scene where Cusco finds out that he's a llama. And he was like,
yeah, because at first he doesn't realize he's a llama yet.
Pacha was like, "Do this," and he goes,
right. And then he goes over and looks at his reflection in the water, and
my beautiful face. Tina goes, "I use that line when the kids are touching things in the store. No touchy." That's what I do about my food. I don't let people touch my food. I go, "No touchy."
I'm just kidding.
Oh gosh, the quotes. I just love the quotes. So Cusco blames Pacha for turning him into a llama, and because of his arrogance, he's just like, "Hey, no, what you're doing? You're taking me back to the palace, and we're gonna turn myself back into a human, and we're gonna lock you up, pretty much." And Pacha's like, "Hell no. That ain't happening to me. No. You did this all to yourself. You're going to destroy my village. So I'm not going to help you." And
then he lays down an ultimatum.
He says,
"I'll take you back, but only under the condition that you will not build your Custopia on my hill."
And Cusco's like, "Nope." And he walks off. And he doesn't listen to Pacha.
Yeah, he's like, "I can do this on my own. I'll go back and find it on my own."
And Pacha's like, "Hey, no, you don't want to go that way, because there's jaguars and there's lots of other bad creatures and things like that." And he's like, yeah, whatever. And then Pacha was like, "Fine, you go." And then the guilt gets in, because he's a good guy. Pacha, he's just a good guy. He's such a good guy. If I had a friendship team. If I had a Disney character team full of friends, he would be in there for sure.
He's in there. I agree.
He's such a friendly, awesome, brave character. And then, so Cusco ends up in this forest, and he comes across a deadly squirrel. And the squirrel offers him an acorn. He goes, "Nope," throws it at him, and he falls off and ends up with a load of jaguars. And then the squirrel comes down, and the squirrel happens to have a balloon on him, happens to know how to create a llama out of the balloon.
Remember, he makes the squirrel mad because he first insults him, and then he doesn't take his acorn, and then he falls down, like you said, in between all these jaguars, but it doesn't wake him up. So at first, Cusco's like, "Phew," and then that's when the squirrel comes down, and like Dan said,
so
he somehow has a balloon.
Somehow has a balloon, pumps it up, turns it into a llama, and gets this really sharp needle. Now, this is where I think the comedy is very, very good. So he pops the balloon, and
right here.
Right. So pops the balloon, and we're like, "Oh, right, that's not good." So the jaguars but they don't. The jaguars don't wake up. So obviously Cusco, with his arrogance, points his finger at the squirrel, goes, "Ha!" and then they go, and just
that wakes him up.
and that wakes him up. Just great comedic timing and
Yeah, the timing is everything. It's
timing is great.
And then they chase after him, and he gets to the cliff, and he's like, he's got nowhere to go but down or back to get eaten. And that's when Tarzan comes in and saves him. Kind of.
So Pacha comes in like Tarzan, tries to rescue him, misses, and then comes back, picks him up again. And they wrap themselves around the tree.
I'm freezing again.
And the tree falls into sort of this river. And this comes into one of my favorite lines. And he goes, "We're about to go over a waterfall, aren't we?" And he goes, "Yep." "Rocks at the bottom?" "Probably." And he goes, "Bring it on."
It is actually, it's one of the funnier parts of the movie because that whole scene is really funny. But then he goes, "Is there a waterfall up ahead?" He goes, "Yep." "Sharp rocks at the bottom?" Probably. "Bring it on." And then he goes, "Booyah!" It's just so dumb.
It's so dumb.
It's funny. It's so funny. It's look, if you're having a bad day and you need something to cheer you up, this is probably one of the good ones to go to for sure.
It is. It is.
Really, you're gonna laugh. I can promise you that.
So, in the meantime, over back at the palace, Yzma does a little eulogy for Cusco. Our emperor's fallen. He's dead. And it doesn't last very long. He's just like, right, back to work. And they change everything into an Yzma palace.
He ain't going to get any deader.
But then, and then Kronk reveals to her that Cusco's alive. He's like, he's still alive? And he goes, yeah. And then they go off and try and, well, kill Cusco.
Basically finish the job. Yep.
They finish the job. Yep. And they end up on this journey. I love the fact that Kronk is kind of like the horse, and he's like carrying Yzma in this like little hut on his shoulders.
Yeah.
So
now they're coming out to find him.
Yeah.
And he's heading back to the palace. So at some point, guess what? Paths cross.
They go to cross.
And they cross at this, I don't even know what it is, restaurant?
Diner. Oh, the diner scene.
It's actually a good scene.
Oh, so...
It's really, oh my gosh. So they get in there, and he can't go in because he's a llama. No llamas allowed. So they dress him up as supposedly a lady, and they're a couple. It's just
and the waitress goes, "Oh, you're so thank you for what was this? She said, you're welcome for coming out or something," because she clearly is like is not pulling, like Cusco's not pulling it off. He's not a great disguise,
right? Exactly.
And so Cusco and Pacha are sitting in the diner. It's not a very nice diner. It's not royalty diner.
No, not at all.
And Cusco, I can't remember the order. I can't remember. I think Cusco goes into the kitchen, wanting something better to eat. And Avery says, "Kronk, the only chef Gordon Ramsay is afraid of." And then Kronk and Yzma walk into the same diner, and Pacha's there, being like, "Wait, they're looking for Cusco. Oh, they want to kill him.
Yeah,
so I gotta warn him. warn him." So
he overhears them because they're literally sitting at the table behind him, and he overhears them talking about finishing the job. And then that's when he's like, "Well, I gotta warn him." And then that's when Kronk kind of turns around and says, "Haven't I seen you? I know you. Is it from college or something?" He said, "I don't remember what he said."
Were you on wrestle? Didn't I wrestle you in camp or something? And Oh, that's all right. Adventures with VP. What's up, VP?
What's
Good
up,
to see you,
VP?
pal.
Good, buddy.
Thanks for being here, buddy.
It's so funny. And then the Kuzco, of course, is the whole time he's in the kitchen berating the chef because he says the foods just taste like you know what, taste terrible. And then
Pacha goes into Well, Pacha goes into the kitchen. It's like, we need to. He's like dragging him into like the storage room, and then Kronk ends up being the chef because the chef like bails.
Yeah, he bails because he's so mad at the fact that they were insulting his food. He's like, I'm not putting up with this, and he packs all his things and off he goes. And there's nobody to cook the food, so Kronk decides.
Kronk just starts cooking the food.
He starts cooking the food.
And then Kuzco and Yzma go back and forth. They don't see each other. They go back and forth, saying they're like, I want potatoes to Kronk. And I know I want potatoes with cheese. No cheese. Yeah, cheese. No. And then change the potatoes to a salad. And then they go sit down on adjacent tables. One has the menu up, while the other one has it down. And then and then they switch, so they're still not seeing each other. And then Pacha goes over to the waitress and says, "You see that woman over there? Meaning Yzma, it's her birthday." And they do like the happy birthday, and then they retreat. So Pacha and Kuzco run out of the restaurant, and Pacha says there's these two people in there, and this is the running joke, like this one woman that everybody is afraid of. She looks disgusting, which is Yzma, and this big guy. And Kuzco's like, "Oh, that's Yzma and Kronk. Like they're here to save me." And he's like, "No, they're here to kill you." And he's like, "Nah," his arrogance. No, no, whatever.
He doesn't believe him.
Doesn't believe him. And then it gets into a row, and they split.
Right, because he thinks, no, they're not here to kill me. You just don't want me to go back because you don't want me to take your place.
Yep.
So and they do. They split.
They split. Kuzco waits sort of behind a rock, and he overhears Pacha. He overhears Kronk and Yzma. It's like, "Hey, we shouldn't have messed up that vial. We need to kill. We need to kill him."
Mm-hmm. And he hears this now. So finally he realizes, oh, they were telling the truth.
And then we get to the scene which ends up being the first scene in the movie, which is Kuzco as a llama in the forest with pouring down with rain, and the narration's just like, so this is all caught up. It's like, now you're all caught up, and it's just like, give it a break. Like he stops himself fourth walling. So does he break the fourth wall on the fourth wall?
I think so.
Not even Deadpool could do that.
Avery, I didn't realize that's what they said. He goes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Happy birthday from all of us to you. We wish it was our birthday so we could party too. Hey! What's up, Noah?
Hey, Noah. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. So I think Kuzco realizes that, he's been really bad, and he's going to have to live the rest of his life as a llama. He is up in this field. He's eating grass. He's eating humble pie, is the analogy, really. He's eating grass. And it never tastes good.
It never tastes good.
And I love that. I love the fact that he was eating grass. It signified he was eating humble pie. It never tastes good. And you just hear that subtle voice of John Goodman being like, "Yeah, we did all these adventures. We did this thing above these crocodiles where we leaned against each other and saved each other's lives after a bridge accident," which we kind of overlooked, but that's kind of that summarized. And he's just, and all is forgiven. And basically, they go back to Pacha's village. Because Yzma and Kronk know where Pacha lives now. Right. And Yzma's like, "I am the great aunt's cousin's grandma, whatever, of Pacha." And she even gets it's like Paya or something. It's like, I'm a family friend of Paya. You mean Pacha? And Kronk's doing like the skipping ropes with the kids. He's doing double dutch.
I like when the little girl says. "Are you my great great?" And then she goes, "All right, great grandmother." looks so old.
It's great. And then
the running joke throughout the whole thing, and it works every time.
It works every time. It works every time. And so Cusco and Pacha get back, and the wife is going to be in on it. She's just like, "Oh, we need to distract you guys while you go off back to the palace and get back to the secret lab to change you back, and we'll keep Yzma and Kronk here." And they put Yzma and Kronk into this like back room with no doorknob, and Yzma goes, "You got to tell us where Pacha is, and we'll break the door down, and we'll burn your house to the ground." And then Kronk's go, "You mean or we'll burn the house to the ground?" He goes, "Oh, it's just the timing is great." Carlos Disney World Freak, what's up, buddy? On the road. What's up, pal? This movie, I don't know, Carlos, if you've ever seen it. I don't know if you ever heard of it before. Called The Emperor's New Groove. Sorry.
And on that.
He can't go anywhere, so I mean he is going anywhere, but he can't leave the car. So
he is.
That's
so funny.
Carlos, dude, I hope you had a really, really great trip. Miss you, buddy. Hope you had a really awesome time there, bud. Emily Alice Human, what's up? Great to see another member of the channel. Hope you're doing well. Happy holidays. And yep, like I said, he doesn't know this movie. I told you. Dude, you would love this movie. I reckon you'd really, really enjoy it.
I think you would like it too, actually.
So they break the door down, and what the family do, they sort of lay out traps. The kids know teleportation, so they can go all the way down the hill, setting up like honey and feathers and all that kind of stuff. And then Yzma gets turned into a piñata. So, and they see Cusco and Pacha getting away.
Yeah.
And what I really
it's a race.
Again, back to the stupidity. Back to see, when you see on maps and you see the dotted lines, they're actually on the ground where they're running.
And they're looking at them.
And they're looking at them. It's like, seriously, this is even the people writing and directing this movie says this is dumb.
They're making fun of themselves.
They're making fun of themselves. And they go all the way back to the palace, and they find the secret lab, they go on the roller coaster, they get into the Yzma and Kronk clothing and whatever, and they get to the cabinet with all the vials, and they see the human one isn't missing. And they were like lions, tigers, bears. Oh my! And Yzma's like, oh my, looking for this, and then
she got it first, right? Deborah's here. Dreamer Deborah. Huh?
Deborah, wait, let me find a Dreamer Deborah. There we go. The chat jumped. What's up? Great to see you. Happy holidays. Hope you're doing well. Pacha's like, how did you get us? How did you beat us here? And Yzma was like, I don't know. And Kronk pulls down the map. It's like, beats me. It doesn't make any sense to me either. I think I'm behind with Walt. I think he's starting to freeze. Walt's frozen? Actually, he's more tangled than frozen. No, Walt is tangled up. So welcome in, everybody. Tina says Kronk is the best. He so is. Kronk is the best. So Yzma has the vial. And so now there's sort of this big fight that goes up, and Kronk gets his little angel and demon on his shoulders again, and he gets thrown a knife saying, right, Kronk, you gotta finish the job, kill Cusco and kill Pacha. And he gets the oh, there we go, the angel and the demon, and he's just like, no, this is wrong. I never liked your spinach puffs. Never. And the angel on his shoulder goes, from above, the evil will get their just desserts. And he hits the wire, and there's like a candle that comes down, meant to crush Yzma, doesn't work. And then Kronk gets sort of dropped with another lever, a trapdoor. So Kronk's out of the picture. Tina goes, oh my God, the end of my favorite. I'm so waiting for it. Yeah, it's the ending is a really, really great. It's really good end sort of to the movie. My favorite character of the movie also. Look, Kronk is like a big fan favorite. Kronk is a really, really, really great character. And Patrick Warburton, hats off to him. Really great casting choice. He did a really, really great job. And I think all the casting in this film did a fantastic job. Walt's gone to get another vial because his computer's not working, so he's putting more vial onto his computer. Yeah, pull the lever, crunk, wrong lever. Yes. Noah says, does adding Kronk to Big Thunder Mountain make sense? I don't understand why they couldn't have a water ride. You know, the water ride going into the secret lab. You know, the Yzma and Kronk water slide ride. That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty fun. So many great people in the chat. Please make sure you hit that like button, guys. Subscribe to the channel and ring that notification. There's so many amazing people in this stream right now. As Kenneth says, a great scene is Yzma walking up in the night cream and cucumbers. Tina also says, why do we even have that lever? And what was fun is Cusco says the exact same thing when he goes back. Like Cusco says, why does she even have that lever? So it's very, very funny. England Portugal says, great idea for the ride down. Yeah, like who wouldn't want an Yzma or Kronk water slide? Kayla says Yzma's cat voice is my favorite. I think I actually have a pin with Yzma in the secret lab, and you can flip it and Yzma will turn into the cat. I think I've got a pin somewhere, so I may get it a little later. We're just going to wait for Walt to get back in and then we'll finish off the review. Just, guys, let you know, stay tuned to the end of the stream because we have a special holiday surprise for every single one of you here. So stick around because it's going to be a lot of fun. Before we get into the ending of this movie, while we wait for Walt to return, I just want to give a big thank you to everybody who watched my video this week. My video this week was all about the Disney community, and it was really special. It was a really special video. It wasn't just for me; it was for everybody in the chat and everybody watching my YouTube channel. So if you haven't checked out my What is the Disney YouTube community video, please go check that out. Geeking out with Melly Mel. What's up, Melly Mel? Good to see you. Happy holidays. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Oh my god, I didn't know that pin. I'll go and get it. I'll go and get it when Walt gets back. England Portugal says, do they have a ride at Disneyland for this movie? They don't. And there he is.
I have no idea what the hell heck is going on. Oh, frustrating. My apologies, everyone. Walt is ruining the night.
No, he's not. So we were just haven't gone any further forward. We were just talking about the secret lab. We talk about Kronk's exit through the trap door. His little angel and demon on his shoulder, and the demon was like, right, she's going down. She didn't like my spinach puffs, so
it's one of the better. I like that. I like the fact that he has a conscience for sure.
It is really a great scene.
Agreed.
And then when Kronk's out of the picture, Yzma brings in the guards, and she's like, "Get them! They killed the Emperor.
Get them!"
And then she knocks all the vials over, and Punch is like, "Right, we got to get them all." And then like a big sort of explosion happens, and a lot of the guards get turned into animals. And one of the animals goes, I've been turned into a cow. Can I go home? And Yzma's like, you're excused. And then, anybody else have a problem?
Nope,
and they're like, get him. Katrina, welcome in. So good to see. I love like every time I see Katrina, she always put tacos after my name. So good to see Katrina. Happy holidays. So thank you for being here. And then there's this cat and mouse chase where you have Yzma and the guards chasing Pacha and Cusco while changing Cusco into trying to find the vial to turn him back into a human. So he turns into a turtle, he turns him into a parrot,
a whale,
and then he just turns back into a llama, and he goes, "Yeah, I'm a llama again." Wait,
and then there's only one vial left.
There's two vials left.
Two vials left. I'm sorry, two vials left.
Arlene, welcome to the stream. Great to see you, Arlene. Welcome in. So there's two vials left. There's the human one, and there's a mystery one. And then one of them sort of explodes and you get this like evil. You thought like this is like the Maleficent moment where Maleficent turns into the dragon, like meow, and she turns into a cat.
She goes, "Is that my voice?
Is that my voice? Is that my voice?" And then
the funniest part to me, it's the funniest part of the movie when she's the evil cat because the cat's so cute and she turned into a cat.
So there's this vial. Cusco loses the vial. This is just a fight over this vial.
They're trying to get it.
And I also really liked about this film, it played on sort of the Disney tropes. Yzma falls to her death, pretty much. She falls to her death after trying to open the vial. And normally, if a villain falls to their death, that's it. But not in this case, not in The Emperor's New Groove. Did you order the giant trampoline? No, we didn't order the giant trampoline. And then obviously Yzma gets caught on the trampoline, shoots back up, grabs the vial, and she's like, hee, I win. And then a trapdoor opens, and guess who's there? It's Kronk. Squishes him. And which is ironic, because earlier in the movie, he gets tripped up by a cat, and now it's the turn. And like it's sort of it's a cruel irony, like my dependence on you. And then they get the human vial, they drink the potion, and Cusco's a new man. He even says good things about the old guy he threw out the window only a couple of days earlier. He takes Cuscotopia away from the village, and the Padge's like, there's a hill right next to me. Mm-hmm. And then there's the boom baby, and then there's all happily ever after. The newborn has been born by Pacha's wife, and Cusco is that really genuine, nice guy, and Pacha is just Pacha, and Kronk is now a Boy Scout leader. Mm-hmm. Squeaky squeak squeak squeakles, squeak squeak, and that's it. And that's the Emperor's New Groove. And that's the Emperor's New Groove.
Here's the thing. The movie, look, there's not much of a story to the movie. It's chaos throughout the entire thing. But the overall arc of it is trying to get a bad person, turn him good.
Think
Ebenezer Scrooge.
Yeah, that's pretty much what this is. I think what I liked about this, that it's a clear character development.
Oh, for sure, for sure,
and I really like that, and not just in Cusco, but in characters like Kronk. He has, a conscious. He has a bit of a character change as well. Not massive character change, but he still sort of has that character change, which is great. Yzma and Pacha, I'd say, have the least character change, but they're still fun characters. They still are fun characters. I really enjoyed this film. Now, we're coming into sort of our summary, our review of the film, what we really thought of this movie. And in a minute, we'll talk about how we grade the movie. Who you laugh? Oh, here we go. I bet the Emperor made his bed. No, he's too arrogant. He doesn't even make his own bed. Good to see you, Pete. What's up? I just want to let you guys know, next week is the Pixar Awards next Sunday at 7 p.m. I believe. Guys, go check out Pete and his amazing channel. And dude, thank you so much for being here, and I hope you're having a great weekend, buddy. Hashtag pillow. What?
Pillow Nation.
I've been trying to think about my, what I should call my subscribers. It's not going to be that. I'm sorry. But good suggestion, James. Not going to go with it. Pillow talk. We need a ship Dan a pillowcase with Pete's face on it.
Oh, we need to ship Dan a pillowcase with Pete's face on it. That's a good idea. That's a good idea, actually.
Pillowgate. So Walt, we won't do the grades at the moment. I just want to get your review and your opinion of The Emperor's New Groove.
Sure. Well, we always talk about our favorite characters. So for me, favorite character in this is probably going to be, you guys are going to probably laugh at me, but I'm going to have to go with Yzma. I think she's really, really funny. And I really like her as the cat. When she turns into the cat, it like takes the cake for me. I really enjoy that part. Overall, like I said, I had only seen this one time. I saw it once. and I wasn't enthralled with it. I just wasn't. It didn't really catch me. Watching it this time, though, I liked it a lot more. I did. I liked it a lot more. It made me laugh out loud. I enjoyed it. There's not much of a story there. Look, it's okay because the comedy, the slapstick, the absurdity of the comedy really makes up for it, and the timing of the comedy is done really, really well. They don't run on the same jokes throughout the whole thing. They come up with new jokes. There is a running joke throughout, sure, but they change it up enough to keep us having fun.
Yeah, absolutely. This was definitely good. One of my favorite villains. Melissa thinks it's hilarious. Pete and Carlos saying, what did Pete say? Thank you so much for everybody. And Carlos, it'd be nice to Dan, Pete, or I'm not stopping with sprinkles. You have sprinkles?
He does.
Send them to me. Yeah, it's. I think for me, my favorite character has always been Kronk. People have associated me a lot with Kronk, big guy with a lot of things that go over my head. I like I said at the start of the stream.
Hi, Shane.
See you later. See you. Thank you so much for being here, Shiny Prisma.
Have a good night. Good seeing you again.
I've always loved this movie. This for me is one of the most underrated Disney animated films. I think it's a classic. I think it's hilarious. I think it's definitely one of the most funny Disney films out there. The amount of look, we've been quoting the whole night. If that doesn't tell you something,
yeah, really. It's a very quotable movie. It's one of those ones. Look, Princess Bride, Spaceballs. They're all fun movies that are funny and very quotable. This is another one of those that's very quotable.
We got the wonderful live plays. Really enjoy the show, Dan, and while watching while working. Okay, I'll watch it. You need to watch it, and guys, everybody, please go check out the live plays. The live play sponsors not just me, but most people here in this Disney YouTube community. Not just Disney, but this YouTube community as we have it. The live place is your go-to for all your family-friendly live streams. And Dean is a marvelous, marvelous person. Guys, please check out theliveplace.com. Thank you for being such an awesome, awesome friend. Caitlin says, Dan, I'm a female version of Kronk. 80% of things people say go over my head. So, yeah, I've always loved Kronk. I've really enjoyed this movie. And this is where you in the chat get involved. We are now going to grade this movie. Now, when we do our Disney movie reviews on Sunday at 6 p.m., we grade our movies from an A+ down to an F.
It's a letter grade.
It's a letter grade. So C is kind of like the average, the middle point. A+ is like masterpiece movie. F is the worst movie you've ever seen. In the chat, post in the chat what you would grade this movie. Before I get to the people in the chat, Walt, how would you grade The Emperor's New Groove?
Okay, so first time I saw it, I probably would have given it a D.
Wow. Okay.
I know.
No.
You know me. I'm very, very hard on movies. It's not something that I give an easy grade for. I'm gonna give it a B-.
Okay.
Sorry, I can't give it higher than that. There's a lot of great animated films that I would put above this. As funny as this movie was, it still doesn't rank as one of my favorites. It's a funny one, and I enjoy it. But I got to give it a B-. There's certain parts about it I like. How often will I go back and watch it? Probably not a ton, but it is quotable, and there are a lot of fun parts to it for sure. And it's going to be represented in the parks a little bit.
I agree, and like we say every time we do the Disney movie review, everyone's going to have different grades. Everyone's going to have different opinions. So, one person might really, really love a movie, one person might not. So everybody is allowed to have their own subjective opinion.
Oh, sure.
So having a B-, that's fantastic. Absolutely. Caitlin gives it an A+++++++++. Breaking the rules all there, but clearly Caitlin loves this movie. Avery also gives it an A+. Andre Houston gives it an A. Alex gives it a B+. James gives it an A. As for me, when I sort of grade movies, if I said an A+, A+ doesn't just need to be a perfect movie. It needs to make me emotional. I need to actually go through an emotional experience to give it an A+. An A is like a perfect movie for me. This isn't a perfect movie, but it is a very, very good movie for me. So I'm going to give it an A minus.
There you go. Good job.
It's one of my favorite animated movies. I think there's so many great. It's one of those films. If you're feeling down, or if you're feeling blue, or if you're feeling just you need a pick me up, it's always going to be there for me.
Yeah,
and it's a fun movie. It's a really, really fun movie, and it's dumb, it's fun, but they know it is. They know it, and that's why I really, really enjoy it. So I gave it an A minus for The Emperor's New Groove.
Shiny gave it an A plus.
Shiny gave it an A plus. Let's see who else I missed. No, it gives it a B plus.
Yeah.
Let's see. Caitlin says also for Camp Rock, it was an A minus for me. One of my favorite decoms. I know Caitlin wasn't here last week. Pete McDevitt says movie is a B plus. Walt an A minus. Dan an A plus. And Daz
Why am I an A minus? What did I do wrong? Pete's been giving me trouble all weekend.
Dan's bed making skills D minus. Are you kidding me? Seriously?
Arlene gave it an A.
Arlene gave it an A. Absolutely fantastic. Now, we really look. This movie was fantastic. We've had a couple of rocky ones over the last couple of weeks. This was a great one. Now, before we get into the pick, I just want to let everybody know that next week, just before Pete's Street at 7 p.m. for the Pixar awards ceremony, we will be doing our Disney movie review Christmas special Sunday at 6 p.m. So that's what we're going to pick in just a minute. But after that, we're going to take a 3-week holiday break. Walt and I, we are going to take a 3-week just to relax, spend time with the family, spend our time with the family during the holiday season. So we're just going to take a 3-week hiatus from the show because we really love doing these. But we are going to take a break. But next week is our holiday special. Now, I've got something special that I told you guys. Stay to the end of the stream because we got something special. Now, as you know, if you've ever seen Disney movie review before, this is our box. This is where we pick all of our movies. But not only did I have to go through this box once, I had to go through it twice because I accidentally made a mistake. I had to dig through all the hundreds of folded up pieces of paper and put the Christmas movies into our own Christmas stocking, which is actually just a glasses case protector. Yeah. My captain Akron, good to see you. What's up, buddy? So instead of pulling from the box this week, we are pulling from the Christmas eyeglasses Santa Claus hat, case, box thing. I don't know. Now, all of these in here are Christmas movies. Now, Walter seems really excited that he's actually frozen again. So I'm going to wait until he comes back because I don't want him to miss what we pull out. I thought he was just listening intently and waiting and seeing. So we'll wait till Walt comes back. Let me know what you guys think of The Emperor's New Groove and let me know what Christmas movie you want us to pick out of the Christmas hat. I'm not pulling it, dude. Don't worry, I'm not pulling it. Dan, it's okay. If you don't make your bed, less chance of getting bed bugs. I make my bed. It's Pete. Pete does these things. He changes people's minds. Melissa goes, "Oh no, Walt froze again. Our computer is frustrating lately." You know what? It's cool. It's fine. Like, there's no rush. It's cool. It's fine. I'm laughing so hard right now. Kenneth says, let's go for Disney Christmas movies. Yeah, in the chat, let me know if there's any Disney Christmas movies that you would want to see out of here. Maybe we will pick your one. So, Captain Akron says, Muppets, please. What? Hey, buddy.
I don't know what to do.
Welcome to Disney Fiasco episode 117. Today we are reviewing Emperor's New Groove.
Exactly, it's true. My computer is so frustrating. I am so sorry. Die Hard.
Carlos, Die Hard is not a Disney movie. It's not going to be in here. And neither
but it is a Christmas movie.
And neither is Iron Man 3. It's not in here either. Even though I say it is a Christmas movie, but it's not. So, here we go. What Christmas? Now,
please pull this before my computer goes bad again.
Now, there's only about a dozen Christmas movies in here. Now, if we don't pick the Christmas movie that,
That's almost
we're only
12.
picking, because, I'm only picking one, all of the Christmas movies will go back in the box. So we will get
Yes,
to
of
them
course.
eventually. So this is the worst idea in the world. Right. For next week, Sunday, 6 p.m., Christmas
I
movies.
already know what he's going to pick out. He's going to pick out The Nightmare Before Christmas, which I don't want, but that's what he's going to pick.
Christmas special. We are watching. Oh my gosh. I am so happy about this one. I saw the trailer for this a couple of weeks ago. It's not a long movie. It's going to be amazing. We are watching, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the Lego Holiday Star Wars special.
Oh, cool. I haven't seen it yet. Okay. That'll be fun.
We are watching the Lego Star Wars Holiday Special. Now, if you don't know what that is, that was literally released a couple of weeks ago for the holidays.
Yeah, it's brand new.
It's brand new. It's come out, and if you're not a Star Wars fan, that's okay. Please go and watch the trailer, because it's going to be really, really interesting. And I'm not making things up. There are all the Christmas movies in here. I'll get them all out for you, so there's no cheating. Some people in the chat look very confused. Who said interesting? Shiny Prism said interesting. Look, we got Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas. We got Home Alone. We got Mickey's Christmas Carol. I'm sorry, but this is going to be fun. I promise you.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be really, really fun. So the Lego Star Wars Holiday Special next week for the Disney Christmas movie review holiday special show.
Now, whose channel that's going to be on, we'll let you know.
Yeah.
I know it's technically my turn, but we'll see how things are going. It might be on Dan's, it might not. It might be on mine. We'll have to see. 39 watching. Let's see if we can get to 40 likes. We are right there, guys. Thank you all for that.
There's 39 people watching?
There's 39 likes. There's 27 watching.
Let's get a 40 likes.
We got it. There it is.
Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. Noah says no, Noel. Noel was in the hat. It wasn't picked. I tried, but I think this is gonna be fun. I think this is gonna be really, really fun. If you guys don't know, Walt and I are big Star Wars fans. So this is going to be really, really, really interesting. Teresa Martin, welcome into the stream. Just watched that a couple days ago. It's going to be a lot of fun. I've never seen it, and Walt hasn't seen it, I don't think. So, yeah, it's going to be really, really interesting. And, guys, this is the whole point of the Disney movie review show. If we pick something out of the box, please go and watch it, because the whole point of this show is maybe these are things that we probably would never think of watching. And it's kind of like, oh, yeah, this is a great idea. Let's watch it and see what if we really like it or not. So
yeah, it's kind of like a book review. It's kind of like a book club, but with movies.
Kagi says, I would like it if Dan did that impression again. What, this one? The Kronk impression. There you go. I did it. I should make like a, I don't know.
We really aim to please on these channels, don't we?
Yeah, you know. Kaden says, thanks for picking the only Star Wars movie that I can watch. Alex says, I'm a serious Star Wars fan. I like Legos, but Legos as actors. Alex, give it a go, dude. Give it a go.
Give it a go, dude.
You never know. You never know. So that'll be next week, 6 p.m. Sunday. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, yeah. This has been a lot of fun. The Emperor's New Groove. And this was Disney Fiasco episode 117. A little bit of the different show that we normally do.
Thanks to Dan for accommodating again. Thank you, Dan.
No, of course. This was so much fun. I always love doing these review shows. And thank you to everybody in the chat. Really, you guys are absolutely amazing. I just want to give, again, a shout out to everybody who just watched the video this week. If you guys didn't check out the video this week, it was a very special video. I wanted to do something for the community. This video wasn't really for me. It was for everybody. And it was to show people that this community is always going to be smiling. It's always going to be having a handshake and a hug, those Orlando sweaty hugs. and I put it together with all the people who I met last year. And this isn't going to be the only time I do these things. Every time I meet somebody who new or somebody who I've met, in that year, I'm going to put it together into a video, and I'm going to release it every year. And I think it's something really, really special. So, guys, if you haven't checked out that video, please go. I think we're nearly at 300 views on that video. So, guys, go check it out. Yeah. So go check it out. Carlos says we may watch it next in the car. What, my video or the Emperor's New Groove? Actually, just watch both. Yeah, I love this community. Yeah, it says Alex, and I love this community too. I really, really love it. Beck Snyder, welcome into the stream.
Hi, Beck.
Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. I've never seen you in the chat before, but thank you so much.
She's been in our chats. She's been in some of our chats.
Well, welcome. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. And we're just actually about to wrap up. But if you feel free to go back, watch the stream. If you've seen The Emperor's New Groove, maybe put in the chat what you think of the movie. Before we wrap up, I just want to give a shout out again to Dean over at the Live Place. Guys, go check out Dean over at the Live Place. He is your go-to guy for all your family-friendly live streamers, whether Disney, non-Disney. He has over 110 different YouTubers in his website, and I'm lucky enough to be part of that. So thank you, Dean, over at the Live Place. Polka Dot Podcast, guys, go check out the podcast. Leslie interviewed me on the Polka Dot Podcast about me as a cast member back in 2016. It was a lot of fun, and she's been absolutely amazing. So go check out Leslie over at the Polka Dot Podcast.
Agreed.
All right, so Walt, buddy, firstly, fantastic stream early today over at Coronado Springs.
Thanks, dude. It was fun.
And what's coming up for you and your channel?
Well, tomorrow we are live tomorrow evening, and that's why we're doing this tonight. Thanks to Dan. We are at Hollywood Studios, so we're going to be going to Hollywood Studios in the evening. I think it's a 5 p.m. stream. We're going to ride some rides, obviously take in all the decorations and everything. We're going to close the park down. It's going to be awesome. We're going to have a great time with that. Tuesday is DIZNEYDAN. We'll be back for that. And then next weekend, we'll probably do another resort tour and then Epcot next weekend. So we got a lot coming up. It's going to be great. And, of course, I highly recommend everybody next Sunday, right after our show, join Pete for his Pixar nomination awards announcement. That's going to be great as well. But thank you, Dan. This has always been great. Guys, if you haven't already subscribed to Dan, I'm sure a lot of you have. Beck's new here. There's Sam, Disney Master Chief, who's great as well. Sam, good to see you.
What's up? Good to see you.
If you're new, Dan's channel is great. If you like our channel, you're going to like Dan's channel. That's why he's one of our partner channels. We don't just pick anybody as partner channels. We want good people, and Dan's one of them for sure. So please check out his channel.
Thank you.
Can't say enough about him. He's a very good. He's not just our partner channel. He's one of our good friends too. So.
Thank you, brother, and it really does mean a lot, Walt. You've always been a massive, big supporter of me, and I like I say every single week, I love doing these Disney movie reviews with you, and we always have the greatest shenanigans in the parks, and I look forward to getting back out there and letting everybody know that Walt and Dan and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So, guys, thank you so much. If you haven't checked out Walt's channel, please go do so. Walt is an incredible creator on YouTube. Mouse Talk, amazing live streamers, content creators. Just Walt and Melissa do a fantastic job. So please go check out Mouse Talk. Go check out my wonderful partner channels. Let me bring them up right here. We have
next week we're doing the Lego Star Wars Holiday Special.
Lego Star Wars Holiday Special. Partner channels, the Viapree Project. Go check out the Viapree Project. Ed and Mindy, fantastic channel. Meg from Mickey's Magic, who's normally my co-host on Disney Fiasco. Go check her out. Mouse Talk, obviously. And my buddy RobFuz. Rob and I and a couple of others will be doing pub talks coming up, our Christmas pub talks. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, guys, please go check out RobFuz, a fantastic YouTube channel. Really great friend. No doubt we'll probably talk about Jaws and how much I don't like the movie Elf, but that's totally cool. But Rob and I do, we do fantastic streams on Rob's channel, so go check out RobFuz as well, who's in the chat at the moment. As for me, again, please go check out the video I posted this week. Really, really special video. Next week, Disney Fiasco 118 next week. Disney movie review next week. So much good stuff, and this has been really, really fun show, and I hope you guys are enjoying the holiday spirit. We are nearly in 2021, which is fantastic, and lots of exciting stuff to come. So, guys,
and thanks to everybody in the chat. Thank you all in the chat. You're all great tonight, as usual.
You're all amazing. You really, really all are. This is what I love about this community. This is what I love about Disney YouTube, and it's just everybody here. So thank you so much. Thank you for taking your time out of your Saturday to come and discuss the Emperor's New Groove with us. Next week, our Christmas special, the Lego Star Wars Holiday Special. Good thing we're not talking about the original Holiday Special, because that's even more interesting. Thank you so much, everybody.
We're going to be dressed in our holiday best, too. I will be.
I have a great Christmas jumper for next week. It's perfect.
I got something for you guys, and you all know what it is, too.
I want everybody to wear their Christmas jumpers or outfits next week for the show. That's what I want everyone to do. And
I've got my onesie.
You know what? Send me a picture, and I might even put it on the stream.
Yes,
send me the picture. Send me a picture of your Christmas outfit, and I'll even put it on the stream next week for Disney Movie Review on Sunday. Thank you so much, everybody. You can follow both of us, Mouse Talk, on Instagram, Twitter, and on YouTube and Facebook. Same with me, Disney Dan, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Not on Facebook, unless you remember, which I will be sorting out at the end of the year. Thank you so much, everybody. You guys are the best. We're gonna live your life with a smile each and every day, and we'll see you all real soon. Goodbye.
Bye, guys. See you tomorrow.